This is the Mario Kart Wii TAS website. As you can see, recently there have been multiple tool-assisted speedrunners pushing the tracks even further or breaking previous limits. However, in tool-assisted speedruns, there's basically no limit for what the player can do, except for submitting times to the real-time leaderboards, as tool-assisted speedruns use stuff like slowdown and save states to create a fastest time possible on a track. Recently, in Mario Kart Wii, tool-assisted speedrunners have broke the game beyond on what can be possibly achieved by a human player with the current tech. Take, for example, this task right here by Justin uses a fast on Rainbow Road glitch uses a uses something called super hopping, which requires spin drifting the moment the exact frame you touch the ground, and doing that repetitively in order to gain speed from the momentum gained from the spin drift. Other stuff in tool assisted speedrunners runs are just really hard to do in human runs. Take, for example, in this Rainbow Road Fast Lap task, which happens to be a lap one shroom task. Yes, a mu- it's it uses something called outward drift momentum, which is not quite super hopping in the fact that you don't need to constantly spin drift every frame. And because of it, you can gain a whole bunch of speed on trick ramps, which you can't normally gain, and save a lot of time. That strat is humanly possible, however, it no ever just barely. As you can see, there hasn't been enough of time this year so far, or for there to be a lot of TASes on Mario Kart Wii. As you can see, some of these tool-assisted speedruns runs are from December, and they're quite recent. Even this one from November, which is a no glitch task of Maple Treeway, which uses a ton of outward drifting momentum, which is possible, but not that feasible to do in a human run. Uh, as you can see, players also a lot of tool-assisted speedrunners can work on a single task alongside others. As you can see, they can collaborate with themselves, they can just not collaborate and create a task by themselves, like Justin on this Rainbow Road task, which uses a new super hop strat. How or they can do they can collab with multiple other players to form a to form a much better task than what only one of the tool assisted speedrunners could do. Take, for example, this task of N64 Sherbet Land, and which was a 2 minute point and 777 millisecond time done by seven TASers: Ejay B, Citrinitas, Ego, Flurry, Campbell, Alego 11, and Corvid. This task is a strong task. However, I do not feel like it is I do not feel like with the all the current tech available, it's going to last forever. After all, TAS BKTs are basically meant to be broken, and new strat changes are almost always found. As you can see, some tool-assisted speedruns are really well optimized. Some videos you can't click on because they're private, like this N64 Sherbetland task by this group of tool-assisted speedrunners: Ejay B, Citrita TAS, Ego, Flurry, Campbell, Allegro11, and Corvid. However, some tool-assisted speedruns are really well optimized. Take, for example, this glitch task by Justin. Justin is a Mario Kart Wii speedrunner who also does some TASes sometimes. Now, as you can see, he, he quickly slams into a wall to get a faster realign than the current method used. Now, that is a different glitch method, which is more or similar to the shooting star glitch, which gets a faster, which utilizes a faster turnaround and quicker whole slam. Super hops into the base panel. Super hopping is spin drifting on after on every frame you hit the ground, or after, you fully know, in order to build up and preserve momentum. Now set out there, a super hop going facing this wall right here in order to get a good alignment to slam back into the wall, do the glitch again, getting another wall slam. Same thing here. Exact same, basically, in Dolphin Emulator, you could do something called copy pasting your inputs in a tool assisted speedrun. Yeah, you can just do that. And now, another glitch. And he gets the mini turbo this time and super hops the opposite direction due to no more need to slam into this wall. That was Justin's 34.654 or 3-lap tool-assisted speedrun on the glitch category of Rainbow Road. Next up, it's a very, very nice ass lap using some new strategies, which also happens to only use one shroom because of the lack of a good TAS fast lap on Rainbow Road. Reason there is something called outward drifting momentum that can be used to basically gain more momentum than normal on trick ramps. Oh, I forgot to share this tab instead. So this is a task by the police and several other collaborators. As you can see, it uses the police's me, which is literally that. I'm not joking. Stupid ads at the bottom. YouTube's becomes very ad infested nowadays. And as you can see, this group of TASers is using a cart because of outward drifting momentum. Outward drifting momentum is basically holding the opposite direction of the trick you're going or the hop you're making. In some cases, to preserve momentum, in order to gain a ton of velocity and just go faster than a normal inward bike can. This is what. This is also why the current Mushroom Gorge world record uses Shooting Star. As you can see, he drifted there and got an air boost, a boost into the air. Do I know why? No, it just happens. Happens sometimes. I don't know why it happens, but I think it's something with the sledge or something. Oh, come on, as you can see, he is just barely on this ramp. And he's going to continue to go like that until here, where he starts cart hopping. First hop, a shroomless this was a shroomless this cart shortcut, skipping an entire turn. Then these other hops are to preserve momentum, and now this is outward drifting momentum, as you'll see. As you can tell, the police hopping with that cart, preserving momentum, and now the trick and double trick there launches you further than normal because of outward drifting momentum. And now this is just very cool to watch. Also partially uses outward drifting momentum. So there's and then quickly using that half pipe in order to get a boost to skip that turn, which is allowed in no glitch. As you can see, there's something here called ultra low cannon. Low cannon is when you hit a wall on a close enough frame as you enter the cannon, so that you get slowed down by quite a lot after the cannon. It's used on stuff like glitch categories normally. Ultra low cannon is when you're just completely stopped after doing that. As you can see, after going into the cannon, this is ultra low cannon. So, Shrooms instantly used another mini turbo. Now you'll see something here called a low trick, which on the zipper here, it's tricking at such an angle that you barely get any air time, and then some hops to preserve momentum, as a normal TAS does. As you can see, that is a path switch. World record in human runs does use a path switch on on that exact same style. However, not the hops before that. That is TAS only at the moment. And as you can see, this title says lap 1. Why is it a fast lap TAS? As well? Well, it just so happens to be the fastest lap run by a TAS on Rainbow Road. As you can see, there is a super grind here to get a low trick here. This is not humanly possible because in order to pull off a super grind or rapid fire hopping, you have to press the hop button every other frame, which makes this impossible to do. So, as you can see, low trick into drift, super mini turbo release, and there you go. 44.878, that is the current fast lap test for Rainbow Road on no glitch. As you can see, those were the only two tool-assisted speedruns done this year. Quite well optimized, and just more than you could ever think of in a task. However, there was one TAS by Monster, Ejay B, Aoiro, and Arthur on GCN Mario Circuit, which is so close to 2025 and just uses so many new strats that you will probably want to see it. It is a 22.860 fast lap, and you'll just have to see it for yourself. View no ad this time. Like the video. As you can see, it starts off with a super grind, a rapid fire super grind before the fast lap even starts. And Shrooms already used. Why? To clip off this wall. This sequence is impossible to do in a human run. Why? To get enough airtime to perform an ultra shortcut. See this key checkpoint thing? Yeah, that's still at 0, and it will stay at 0. There was a slide there to get out of the grass, which happens to be about when the boost happened. But it's kind of because of, well, this is a super slide. And puts are basically impossible to do in a human run. And basically how it works is that if you get an inward bike or the Wario bike stuck in the ground, you could just go really fast. Wario bike is best for this because it's the most stable when it comes to super sliding. As you can see, Y velocity is at a negative. External velocity is much higher than internal velocity here. Just got out of the grass. And here, regular old grass cut. You all know it. However, with tool-assisted speedrun takes it tighter than you think, than you'd normally do it. Another mini turbo there, and a quick hop. Essentially, what a quick hop is that on if you hop quickly enough after your mini turbo and get a wheelie, you get a quick hop. It is slightly faster than adjusting your mini turbo. Than adjusting to get your wheelie after your mini turbo. Some airtime there, which is a small amount of airtime, which makes it good QM. Assisted speedruns can manipulate the QM reminder, and then what you see here, that slowdown into some rapid fire hopping into this wall clip to not go there but out of bounds. This is a shortcut. Yes, this is a shortcut. As you can see, just at key checkpoint zone 4, the ultra shortcut is complete. And guess where the respawn point is? Right here. This is the finish line. Yes, out of all the normal turns in this game, the tool-assisted speedrun basically cuts every single one off. This task is by Monster, Ejay B, Aoiro, and Arthur.